Okay, so yeah, this is my one core runner set here. This starting hand's not very good. I'm gonna mull it in. I'll modded those Datasuckers. Alright, well, this is interesting. Still good, I believe. Alright, Jinteki, excellent. I haven't played against Jinteki in a while. Online, they seem to have fallen greatly out of favor. When Justin K posted his Jinteki deck online, it was like everyone, including myself, was playing Jinteki. I still think it's interesting. I find everyone was playing Jinteki, but everyone was also playing Pro Contacts. And Pro Contacts is really good because when you're filling up your hand again, you're getting money while you're doing it. So hopefully that's what I draw early enough. So I mean, so turn one, I'll probably sure gamble Datasucker and draw 2 cards. The problem with Jinteki is that I can't just run at them, because if it's an Earl Katana, it's going to hurt. So I need to get an Atman out at strength 3, or my Femme. The thing this deck does lack is draw power if I don't get Pro Contacts. So I'm gonna hold on, I'm gonna do a dirty laundry run. Okay, so since I want to draw cards, I'm gonna, okay. Draw 2 cards. Alright, got an R&D interface. And we'll just install Datasucker. Archives a dirty laundry. Get a Datasucker token. I don't know why none of the stuff on Octagon doesn't refresh nowadays. And then like my cards will get stuck here. I had to like grab my R&D and just pretend to clear it so that the fake, really used dirty laundry would disappear. So I think next turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably draw another 2 cards, install our R&D interface, and do another dirty laundry run on archives. If he drops something, Jinteki doesn't really have any good 2/3s. They have like Brain Trust, which is not the end of the world. Nope, okay, very strange. Alright, well there goes my sure gamble. So he's down an early EMP in his deck. If his deck has 3, he's down 1. So I still think it's inclined. Draw 2 cards. Corroder, good. Atman at strength 3 is what I should do, I think. Okay, so we need to install some piece of hardware here. Corroder's the cheapest, but I mean they're all the same price. Okay, I'll drop my Corroder. So this is good. This is a really good hand at this point, because I think the Datasucker building with Dirty Launchy is going to allow me to get through R&D once for free. Well, for free, for the cost of whatever it is. The thing is, because Atman got popular, I see a Roto turret a lot more in like other factions' decks, and so it's really risky to put your Atman out, your first Atman out at anything stronger than, anything stronger than 0. Like ideally, I want to put it at 3 because I know that's the strength for Neural Katana in Jinteki deck. Neural Katana, Codicus, like bunch of cards. He's using precog. Let's see if he knows how. I don't know if there's a good way of using precog. So I mean, he doesn't have any like economical assets out. He's not pushing agendas, so I shouldn't feel rushed. I shouldn't feel like I have to run in and possibly lose my entire hand to a Neural Katana Fetal AI combo. God, that sucks. Man, if you run into just Neural Katana and Fetal AI, so like, oh, I put Neural Katana in front of R&D. Oh, you ran into a Fetal AI. That's 5 damage. Like, just for looking at those cards. It's brutal.
I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings.
Interesting. 2 pieces of ice over HQ, so I guess he's holding on to a lot of agendas. Double the clone chip. So ideally, I'm waiting for like Rah to put Atman out because that will make it cost free, and I'm waiting for Modded to put my R&D interface out because I'm not planning on attacking right now. So I'll play clone chip for free. Run on archives. Yeah, so let's talk about the one core thing. So what's really interesting, I guess, is in one core set, there's only one of each console. And so usually in this deck online, I like to run like 3 Desperados because Desperado's really good. And so I'm not too sure what to do because I had to cut 2 Desperados. Right now, and this is the first time that I try this online, I put both the other consoles in. So there's still 1 Desperado. There's 1 Grimoire, which is the one that adds fire tokens as soon as you play viruses, which is not bad in this deck because it has a lot of MU, and it allows for instant parasiting, which is really good.
For the machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness.
And there's also the toolbox, which I don't really think I'd be happy if I drew, so I should take it out. But the toolbox does give me link strength, which goes well with underworld contacts. And it's just a really good card there, but it's a bit expensive. Because now I've played something on World Server. I'm scared to lose one of my cards in my hand. So yeah, it's either a 1-pointer or a 2-pointer. He hasn't advanced it. If it's like an economical, should I just face check it? I don't want to lose all my cards. No. Well, I definitely don't want to lose this card, so I think I'm going to let him get away with it. Is that free credits? See, that's the thing that's weird about playing against Jinteki check. Just the fear of losing a card is somewhat scary for the runner. Like, because I only have 2 pro contacts in my deck, and so you know, I don't have the 3, so it's very possible that I'll never see it again because the other one's at the bottom of the deck. And like I was saying before, I think pro contacts is just really strong in general against Jinteki. So here I'm waiting for him to make a move. Once he installs something, then I'll go gung-ho, but, or sorry, not installs. Once he advances something, I'll infiltrate, take a look at it, and see if it's a high point agenda. The thing that's painful is, yeah, I like in my Jinteki deck to put a lot of 1-pointers, because the scoring 1 point and taking 1 damage, like it's not card efficient, pain efficient, if you will, to do that. Okay, so I think this is going to be daily casts, and do I want an R&D interface? Yeah, I'll play an R&D interface for 3. I'm trying to be really good about using my free credit every turn, because I'm usually really bad at it. So I'll have to actually count how many cards he draws, because they're the cards that he's seen that he's pre-cogged. It's a matchup that's very interesting, I'd say, because I'm usually all about the go, let's run, let's force them to res everything, drain them of credits, and like sort of slowly build up my rig as I can whilst they're getting access. But here I feel it's more important to build your rig if they're not threatening anything, and then bring it up. Because if you lose key pieces of your rig, then you're screwed, to say the least. So again, it's just going to be draw 2 cards, play 2 cards. Alright, so self-modifying code is great because it's actually going to let me run on R&D. So play this, play R&D interface. So next turn I'm going to idle 6. Oh, sorry, idle 4, gain 2. I might not be able to run next turn. The one problem, if you want to call it that, I have with self-modifying code is that it's a program, So it uses Kate's passive, but it doesn't actually cost any money to play. Like, I'd almost rather the 2 credit that it costs to go look for your program be front-loaded, so that you could make use of Kate's passive. But then obviously it would be much weaker in different shaper decks. I don't know what's with this remote server game. As soon as you advance one, unless he's got like biotic labors and he's gonna be like, surprise, Jinteki fast advance. That would be impressive. Right, the big issue is I pretty much can't run unless I have like 6 or 7 cards on R&D, because I'm not going to access 3 cards and I don't want to kill myself. So, the goal of this turn should be to finish with 5 cards in my hand. Can I do that? I can play 2. I can draw 2, play 2. But that won't really get me to my objective. But it'll set me up for future runs, so I'll do that. I'll just draw 2. Oh, Katie Jones. Do I want Daily Cast or Katie Jones? Katie Jones does give me something to do with my click. But self-modifying code needs to be out. So I'll play Katie Jones. And I'll click her last if I don't get a decent card here. Modded. Oh, thanks. Thanks for showing up to the party. I've also completely forgotten to, terrible. Oh, it's Pad Campaign. He's got so much money though that for Jinteki that I don't even care. Surprised it's San City Grid. It's the classic Jinteki horizontal stack. I think I will modded my Atman as my move. Nice, guy for Sears. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna run here, I'm gonna lose my infiltration. And then I'm gonna be sad. So I need to draw a card, play self-modifying code, and then I'll still be at 5 cards. That I could play Daily Cast and draw another card. And then I'd be ready next turn. Okay, so the plan is 2 cards, self-modifying code, Daily Cast. Okay, so 1, 2 cards, self-modifying code, Daily Casts. Alright, so we're gonna run next turn. I know this is all very exciting here, the rig building, but the action's about to commence. So I'll draw a card, run an R&D, and then I'll decide what I want to do the rest of my turn from there. Here we go. The game is beginning. Ah, aha, it's no katana.
Tired of empty smiles and nights alone.
As long as I don't run into fetal AI, snare, or snare, fetal AI. All static. Enigma. All static. No, I feel really dumb playing Underworld Contact when I don't have the link strength for it. But 4 of my 22 cards that are in there give me enough link strength to use that. And I don't really want to throw away any of these cards. Okay, we're gonna play. So it was wall static, Enigma, wall static. So now I have got like another 3 turns to do something. Be an interesting strategy to play like brain trust, then like false lead. And then be like, on this turn, I advance this. On this turn, I advance the next card. Then I would panic. Man, like if I run into like fetal snare and I lose, I'm going to cry. You know what I need to do? I need to tutor my Deus Ex against this guy. That's another reason I should keep drawing cards. So in this case, I would turn 1 Infiltration, whatever card he puts back there, if he advances it. I think that's important. I don't really care what it is, as long as it's... So what if he scores like a 2-3? I guess I'd have the knowledge, knowing what it is. I assume it's 2-3 that he's just going to advance. I think I'm going to snipe his pad and melange, which I should have done ages ago. If he doesn't advance, yeah, I'll snipe melange, pad, and probably draw some cards. That being said, I will draw my cards first, because that's a good idea. So draw 1 card at least. Oh, there it is, boom! That's what I needed. So we'll run here. I went to trash. Day 4 to trash. Install this. Okay, so he pulled a wall of static into his hand, so the chances that this is wall of static are pretty high. Now he pulled an Enigma into his hands. Another melange. Ooh, that's really useful actually. Too bad I have none of the cards that give me MU. That'd be really great if I had that. I can throw away self-modifying code. I really need... Yes, that's the card I needed, thank you. So play that. Play the world contacts. It's my turn. So now it's like I have a recurring daily cast that never ends. Okay, so now we have the problem that if this is Enigma, I can't get through. I cannot get through Enigma. So before I do Infiltration, I need to decide if I actually want to run. If I want to let him have it. I could also run R&D this turn. I think that's probably the better bet, is to run R&D, but then I'd like to have Imp installed. I'll draw a card. Desperado, okay. Well, that's really good for me. Play that. And now I cannot... I could run now, pay 1 to 3. It's just like, if I take damage, like if I run into 2 snares and a Fetal AI, for example, I won't be able... Well, 2 snares and Fetal AI will kill me regardless. Oh no, because I have a Deus Ex. Alright, you know what? We're gonna run R&D. So I still have a click left, which means I can draw a card or remove a tag if I need to. As long as I don't hit 2 snares, I should be fine. New Katana, all static. Already Rex, score that. No. So I lost self-modifying code, not the end of the world. Okay, so he has a wall of static and neural katana coming up, which are all destroyable by my Atman, which is excellent. So it's good. This is the console I actually want out. Now I don't know if I played Grimoire and then I got Desperado, would I swap them? Probably. Honestly, I probably would. That's an okay spot for Atman in my trash can. I'm okay with this. I need to look if there's like a hardware tutor. I would assume not, considering everyone runs three consoles. Really need like a Yogg Zero, or oh, I guess I can always pull the Atman from the trash. Oh, nice. I have 2 infiltrations in this deck. Let's run R&D here again. I probably should have played Imp first, because then I can actually use it. It's probably a misplay. Okay. I get through for 1. I get through for 1. So that was a really weird move because it costs 5 to res technically. It costs 4, but it cost him 1 to put it there. Did he even minus himself for that? Whatever. Okay, there's the wall of static. There's another Enigma. Liberate that. Don't use that. Nuke myself. Lose an infiltration, that's kind of a big loss. I'm gonna draw a card. And I'm gonna use... Oh no, I don't need it. I'm gonna use Imp. And he's gonna be like, surprise, Burge virus counters. I probably should have played the Mem chip. I should have played the Mem chip. I definitely should have played the Mem chip. Because now it's really efficient for him to wipe virus counters, which he's not going to do. Okay, so he's got a -2 himself for that. I don't understand. I have 6 Datasucker tokens. Like, even if you like surprise, I don't know. The only thing that could reasonably get in the way is like an Enigma. But and then I'll just pull an Atman at strength 2. Like, should I strength 2 it or strength 0 it? Dumped my other self-modifying code, so I don't have that anymore. Probably strength 0 to be safe. I've also always got to wait for him because he's got a naysay. Sure, gamble, very nice. So now I have him, so I can actually trash stuff that's in the way. All static. Yeah, like, that cost him another 5 to res. I guess he's got launch, so he doesn't really care. It's always important to ask, because I look at the board now and be like, oh, he's got nothing, but he does have the token on say Mark 2. There goes. Fair enough. A valiant move. So I'm going to go ahead and do that anyways. So for a click and 3 credits, that's what he got out of that token. Oh, by the way, so this is where the strength of Atman comes into play. Like if you're using just cards like this, it's pretty dangerous for you. Because these are all strength 3, so there's, I don't know if it's worth it to res them. Enigma, okay. Force trash at no cost. I want to use So that being said, what did I see? I saw, just gotta remember now, an Enigma, which I trashed with Imp. I saw Snare, which I negated with Deus Ex and a click. And I also saw a Junebug, which I trashed. So I think with my clone chip, on his turn, with my clone chip, I'm going to pull back Deus Ex. That way I get the reduction cost. Now do I want to use Katie Jones or sure gamble? Use Katie Jones, get more out of the click. Yeah, I'm at 7. Alright, see what we got in R&D still. Okay, Taro, what's on be? The risk cost, trash cost 3. I'm gonna pay 3 just because I want to like basically mill him. Success. So interestingly enough, I never used Datasucker or Corroder, I think. So they were just taking up slots in my rig for no reason. But hey, hindsight's 2020. Yeah, so I don't know. So by, I guess, spending, this costs 5, this costs 5. By spending 10, you increase the cost for me to run by 2. I guess maybe I could have been scared as well and not run, but I mean, with clone chip and admin in the discard pile, it's very difficult to be afraid. Because you could just pull it out whatever strength you need it. So, by spending 10, sorry, was it 10? Yeah, because this one costs 2 to place and 3 to res. So by spending 10, you increase the cost by 2. So if I run an additional 5 times on R&D, you've broke even. Spending 10 credits to break even in 5 turns seems pretty brutal. Can I look at this card when he's gone? Peek. I want to peek at it. I don't think I can. I think it just like completely shuts down his side of the table. Like I can't even like. Can I take control? Even disconnect from the server? Yeah. All right. GG.